So before we get into planting our microgreen channels today, I wanted to mention a couple steps that we like to take in preparation for planting that we think makes the process go a little easier and a little more efficiently. And so the first thing is we like to pre-weigh all of our seed varieties into these plastic ramekins. And we think this is really convenient because each ramekin is the correct weight for each channel. And so for today, I plan on planting 20 channels, and it's really easy for me to grab 20 ramekins of the seed varieties that I'd like to plant. And from here, it's super simple to pour the seeds into these clear plastic seasoning shakers, which is what we use to spread the seeds across the grow mats in their channels. And these are especially great because they come with a variety of removable lids that have different size holes cut into them. And so the large size here is really good for big seeds like radish. The medium size is really good for seeds like the brassicas. And it even comes with a smaller lid, which is great for the smallest seeds like basil or sorrel. The other important preparatory step that we like to take before planting is pre-soaking our grow mats. And so I have a container of planting water here beneath the rack where I have all of my grow mats soaking. And we recommend to allow your grow mats to soak in the planting water for about an hour ahead of planting time. And that amount of time is really important for the grow mats to be able to fully absorb as much water as possible. And that moisture is really important for really consistent germination planting after planting. And so once your mats have been soaking for about an hour, the last step is to test the pH of your planting water. And if it's not in the range that you'd like it to be, which we recommend between 5.8 and 6.0, you're going to want to add a little bit of buffer until that reads the pH that you'd like. And once that's covered, it's time to plant. And so we're going to go ahead and get a new angle so you can see what's going on in the channels for planting, and we'll be right back. All right, so to begin, we're going to lay our mats down into the bottom of the channels, like so. And then we're going to take a small container and add a little bit more extra planting water into each of these channels. And with a small piece of PVC, we like to roll the mat out so that it forces, you'll see some of these light spaces, there's air pockets in the grow mat. So we roll these out so that there's nice even contact between the bottoms of the channels and the grow mats, and also to force water all the way through so they look nice and smooth like this, and they're ready for the application of seeds. We're going to be planting a couple radish channels here. So this is China rose radish. And you can spread the seeds however you'd like. Basically, the end goal being that you want your seeds dispersed as evenly as possible throughout the grow space, trying to avoid big piles of seeds. Next channel is going to be Red Rambo. And if you're unhappy with some of your seeds, you can go ahead and use your fingers to spread them out before you cover them for germination. Get them the way you'd like. And once you're happy, we go ahead and add one more water application to these seeds, which were applied dry so that they spread easily. So we go ahead and we use a sprayer to mist and fully soak these seeds before we cover them for germination. And now don't worry about having too much water in these channels. As long as you don't block the drains, any excess water during this process will drain out slowly during this process. So you really can't apply too much water in this planting process. So the last step now will be to use our reflective insulation germination covers, which really easily slot into one end and then the other end, and simply press the edges down into the ridge of the channel, and they're good to go. these channels are ready to go back into the rack for about 2 or 3 days until the germination is complete.